Hey, what's up guys? Untitled here, my full review of the new 2013 Nexus 7 second generation tablet from Asus and Google. This is Google's latest flagship device that brings a new processor, new rear camera, and much more. So let's take a look now and see if it's worth your money. Starting out with what's most obvious is the screen. It is rocking a 7.02-inch 1920 by 1200 Full HD 1080p IPS display at 323 pixels per inch. Now that's a long name, but basically it just means that it is a very bright screen that's got great viewing angles and great color representation. It's also made with scratch resistant Corning glass, but that should be saved for a drop test. Right above the screen is a 1.2 megapixel front facing fixed focus camera. And on the back we do have a 5 megapixel autofocus camera, which isn't too bad for taking pictures and basic stuff like that. On the back we have a new soft touch finish, and the old Nexus 7 had kind of a texturized and bumpy yet grippy feel, but this model has a completely smooth matte finish backing, which is very soft to the touch. We also have a Nexus logo, which is sideways when the tablet is vertical for some reason, and the Asus logo. This 7-inch tablet is only 8.65 millimeters, which is nearly 1.5 millimeters thicker than the iPad mini, but 1.8 millimeters thinner than the original Nexus 7. So that means it will fit in your pocket, case, backpack, and yes, even your pocket, and also only weighs 0.64 pounds or 290 grams, which is 50 grams lighter than the original Nexus 7. And Google and Asus also slimmed down the side bezels, which means it's much more comfortable for one-handed use. You can easily have it in one hand for an extended amount of time without getting your hand cramped. However, the top and bottom bezels are pretty big, which leaves the new Nexus 7 looking awkward vertically. However, it isn't that big of a deal. Now, apart from the design of the tablet, it also excels in performance. The new Nexus 7 is rocking a 1.5 GHz Snapdragon S4 Pro processor with an Adreno 320 GPU and 2 GB of RAM. Now, what does this all mean? Well, for starters, it means that everything that you do, from opening apps to turning on and off your device, should be incredibly snappy, and it is. I have yet to have any lag when using the Nexus 7, except for sometimes in the web browser with pinching and zooming, and everything is buttery smooth. However, if you get into more complicated tasks, for example playing intensive games or having too many apps running in the background, you'd think that a 7-inch tablet would slow down. Well, that's where the Adreno 320 GPU and the 2 gigs of RAM, which is double last year's model, steps in. Gaming on this tablet is fantastic. With the Android 4.3's OpenGL ES 3.0 3D graphics, this device can support and handle crazy intensive apps and games. If you want to see a full gaming speed comparison test, I do have a video on that, so you can click on the screen in the annotation. But to add to the great gaming experience, you get dual firing stereo speakers with surround sound, and this tablet definitely delivers great sound quality no matter what you're listening to. So what do you get when you take a fantastic screen, an extremely powerful device, great power, and surround sound? Well, you get a great gaming tablet, but more than that, it's a great reader, web browser, and video watching machine. And for only $229 for 16 gigabytes and $269 for 32 gigs, this is the ultimate media consumption machine. With all that power and the great screen, you still get pretty good battery life, with mine getting over the 9 hours that Google claimed. With all I mentioned, you also get dual band Wi-Fi, Bluetooth 4.0, NFC, and it's running Android 4.3. Now, if there's going to be two problems with this device, it would be that scrolling on it is not very good at all, it's pretty jerky, and that the app selection is, well, rather mediocre. I shouldn't really say the app selection though, it's just the apps. When you have an app that's on iOS and Android, you've heard it a million times, but it's so much better on iOS, because developers only need to make it for a few devices, where for Android it needs support to hundreds of devices. So that's what I think of the new Nexus 7. Tell me what you think of it in the description, and definitely hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed this content. And if you like, or even don't like, the new Nexus 7, please subscribe to stay up to date with all my videos, and check me out on Twitter at iTechHorror11. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.